There was this one time I was in Mexico. I want to say I was about 9, and I saw a cricket or a grasshopper on the floor, um, one of those two. And, you know, being a 9-year-old, as a 9-year-old might do, I looked at it, and for no reason at all, I killed it. I was a 9-year-old. I wasn't thinking rationally. I wasn't thinking about the grasshopper or the cricket. I was just thinking, I can do this, and I wanted to, so I did. But as I sat there for a bit, just looking at the carcass of the dead grasshopper or cricket, suddenly this feeling came over me. This might sound a bit strange, but I realized it was dead. Now, I feel like we all know that when you kill something, it's dead. But I don't think we, know that emotionally. We don't truly know the significance of what we just done. It's dead? Oh, it's dead. But what does that mean? There on out, I felt like, as you should when something dies. I was thinking, well, what if that was a person? I looked at the grasshopper, and I'm like, I felt bad. I felt bad, and from that moment on, I didn't do that kind of stuff again. And I, to this day, never kill anything, let alone bugs. Not any insects or arachnids or anything. I don't kill them. And, I want to help put into people's minds how significant this kind of action is, because I feel like a lot of people actually, just don't have this realization moment of the effects of what they're doing. And I know that might sound not great, like I'm calling you stupid for not realizing it or something, or like you do know, and I'm not going to be able to persuade you, but just hear me out, okay? All life, besides some really basic ones like plants and bacteria, they're all conscious. To a certain extent, sure, but they're all conscious and they're all alive, and they all feel some kind of emotion, especially when it comes to, well, staying out of danger. They all pretty much feel fear and stress and, not good, anxious when something might kill them, and it's not a good feeling, and they all usually feel some sort of pain response to if they're being damaged. Even some plants do, I believe. So why do we choose to ignore this when it comes to bugs? Well, to me, one answer may be is that we struggle to connect with them on an emotional level, because as humans seem to do a lot, if it looks different, it's not alive. It's not human. It doesn't have feelings. I don't mean to offend anyone here, but to a certain extent, it's like bug racism. I mean, bugs. If you think about humans as a race, and bugs are a different race, and judging a bug because it is a bug, that is effectively bug racism. Again, not to offend anyone, but that's what it is. So bugs look different, obviously. They don't look like humans. They don't have the facial expressions humans do. They don't even have cute things that remind us of babies that some mammals do. A lot of mammals do, actually. Like they're small, bigger heads, big round eyes, all this kind of stuff that make us relate to the animal better and make us really feel for it. If we did that to a dog, That's animal cruelty. So why is it different for bugs? They can feel. They don't have emotions the same way as humans do, but they can still feel and they're still alive. So why is it that for a mammal we treat them well, and in fact we're frowned upon, and even like we get into trouble if we treat them bad? But for a bug, for a lot of bugs, they're just pests. Someone who you can literally hire someone to kill thousands of them. I mean, sure, some of them may be a problem, but that's thousands of lives. Not human lives, but lives nonetheless. I mean, bugs, they don't have, they don't have the faces that you can relate to. They don't have the expressive eyes or the mouths. They have scary mouths and weird looking eyes and stuff like that. So we're just like, ew, no. But, that's a really flawed way of looking at them. And also, a lot of these fears are faults of society, honestly. There's this one thing I found out. It was like, spiders are not a natural fear response. We don't have a natural fear response to spiders as humans. That is something that comes from society due to the fact that spiders can bite. However, this is a really flawed way of looking at it, because spiders don't bite. Like, yes, they can bite, but spiders rarely ever bite. They will do absolutely everything, except for some exceptions, they will do absolutely everything to get out before they bite. And even the ones that are dangerous, they're usually nothing to fear. They're usually at worst like a bad sickness. But what's a bad sickness over a death? Would you get sick to save someone's life? Well, yeah, but what if it was a bug? Suddenly, no, the value of that life is now smaller just because it's a bug, I wouldn't like it, but, well, just try to avoid getting bitten, first of all. But if you do get bitten, don't kill it. First of all, you're already bitten, so what are you going to do? But just let it live, I think we should all really try to empathize with bugs more than we usually do, because I really just, like, I see some people that are like, oh yeah, I'm really nice to everything, but when it comes to bugs, oh, you bet I'm killing them. And I'm like, I just get so frustrated because I don't know how to convey to them. I don't know how to use my words to open their eyes and make them see that their lives are precious too. All life is precious. And I don't know how to make them just stop killing bugs. Just stop killing any sort of life. It's a horrible thing to do. So, I hope I said something of meaning to you today. Hopefully, if you kill the bugs before, you will really consider not doing it in the future. Again, it really is, like, mostly just the association of fear, even though most of the time there's nothing to fear, and the fact that we can't relate to them. And when we can relate to them, oh, guess what? We like them. Like jumping spiders. People are terrified of spiders, but because jumping spiders look so cute. Oh, it's a cute spider. That's the one spider I like. I've seen so many people say that. Jumping spiders are the one spider I like because they look so cute. It's such a shame to me that this one species of spider only shield is its appearance from us, because we refuse to think any deeper about the actions that we're doing. There's another point I wanted to bring up. What was it? Right. People, I hope you really consider this. People usually don't like doing that. People usually don't like considering the actions that they're doing, because fundamentally, people are really lazy, and that's not to call you lazy, but at least brain-wise, we usually rather just avoid changing ourselves because we don't like to. We'd rather keep things easy. But, you know, if just please listen to me here and really try to bypass that natural response of laziness that your brain has to not change, and really consider the lives you're affecting here when you kill bugs. Their lives are meaningful as well, even though they can't feel the same way. That is not an excuse to kill them. Babies don't have the intelligence or the amount of emotions. They don't feel them as strongly as we do. We don't kill babies. Neither do dogs, right? They're not nearly as complex as like an adult human. Most other things besides like adult people are like adult people. They aren't like that. But we don't kill them. So why do we do that to bugs? Just because they're more basic, you know, that's not an excuse. So we should save the bugs. I hope you will hear me out today.